Website traffic on our site has tripled. Our orders have tripled. Um, it's just been crazy.
Welcome to the Ecom Bosses. We are back with an amazing special guest. This lady came to us 2 months ago, maybe 3 months ago, and already was doing really well. But, she wanted more clarity on how to actually, run ads herself, because she hired an ad agency, wasn't getting the most amazing results, but also was blinded by what it is that they were doing, and that's one thing that we like to teach here is being able to understand what's going on, because a lot of times we hire out these agencies and things like that, and that's cool, but we don't have the ability to understand what it is they're doing just because we've never been educated on it. But I'm not gonna tell you the full story. I just want to introduce Crystal Burkhalter to y'all. Amazing boutique owner. Crystal, how you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I am doing spectacular. Thanks for taking some time out of your busy day. I know you're in the shop right now. I see all the clothes behind you. What I wanted to do to start this off was just get a feel for, your boutique and what it is that you do. Go ahead and introduce yourself for everyone watching at home right now.
So as you said, my name's Crystal. I own Vault 206 Boutique. We're a small, we're in a small town. We have 2 red lights, maybe 5,000 people. So online is our area that we, do the most business in. I mean, the storefront does well as also, but online is our jam. So we started in 2013, opened a second location in 2016 in a town that I was raised in, about 45 minutes from here. And then COVID hit. So we no longer could depend on our storefront. It was all online. And I had the opportunity to work with some extremely large influencers on social media. So I had depended on them a lot. Well, I kind of wanted to shift my gears and do more of the advertising myself and keep more of that money that we end up paying those influencers. So that's how I got to you.
Owning a physical location, let's talk about that a little bit, because we thrive when it comes to online, and there's a lot of boutique owners out there that are doing online, but what is it really like owning a physical location? Can you talk a little bit about that and kind of how you got started with that for those watching that might want to think about doing that?
Yeah, so the storefront's been, I love people. So I actually enjoy my storefront. We ended up buying like 100-year-old building downtown and completely gutted it in 10 days. Like when I say gutted it, I mean like restored it completely in 10 days. It was just insane. And so I take a lot of pride in this location, in this building. A lot of blood, sweat, and tears have went into this storefront. But for me, it's been worth it. With your online customers, you like them and you appreciate them shopping small. But there's nothing like someone walking in your storefront and seeing the work that you actually put in here and getting to know you on a personal level. So my brick and mortar is my favorite.
That's your baby. That's cool. I think one big benefit of it is, like you touched on, them getting to know you on a personal level, and that's why how it is when we train. We say post every day, show your face, put yourself out there, more video content, things like that. Because for those of you that don't own a brick and mortar, it's imperative that you build that relationship with your potential customers as well as your customers, so that they come back and shop with you again. So you hit on a great point there, Crystal, when mentioning that. But let's fast forward a little bit. So you got the brick and mortar, you're doing things online, and then you reached out to us. So what made you decide to reach out to us? What were you struggling with most?
All of it. I didn't really know any of it. A lot of times in my industry, in the boutique industry, they're like, stick with what you know, do what you're good at. And I understand that, you know, a lot of advertising companies, obviously they went to school for it. They need, you know, jobs and job security, which is, and so they reach out to us and we use them. But no one's going to treat your store or your ads like you do. Like, you know, if you're, you know, you need more revenue coming in, you know how to switch your gears. If you're running low on cash flow, you know how to pull back on your ads. And these big companies require so much money monthly on top of the amount of ad spend that they require every month. And so, you know, I had signed up with that ad company and I was like, I'm gonna give it a shot. You know, this big boutique recommended them. They do amazing online. And so I gambled with it. And whenever I started looking at their numbers and I was paying them all this money and they weren't paying attention to my ads and they weren't paying attention to my metrics at all, I was just like, why am I investing in you? Like, I need to invest in myself. Although I don't know what I'm doing, I owe it to myself and my store to figure it out. So I just picked investing in myself instead of someone else.
You know, what's crazy is that's a big issue with a lot of boutique owners is, you know, they gamble. They hire these ad agencies that are charging like $5,000 setup fees and then $3,000 to $5,000 a month.
Want to kid me? That's how I felt.
I know. And, you know, there's nothing wrong with hiring an ad agency at all. But when you're more of a hands-on person and you really want to get down to the nitty-gritty and really figure out what they're doing and do things yourself, that's when we come in and we can help to guide you and help you to get those same results, if not better. Crystal reached out to us and it's been history from here. So that leads me into my next question. What was your experience like working with us? How do you feel about the mentoring program and everything like that? Can you talk about your experience?
Yeah. So like I said, at first I knew nothing about any of it. It was almost, for me, it's like walking into a TJ Maxx. There's just so many options and so many things. And it was very overwhelming for me to like start with. So I was a little nervous whenever I signed up for the class because I was like, okay, they could either get really impatient with me or I could learn a lot. And so luckily it was easy. And I know that everyone's going to be like, that's crazy because there's nothing about the ad stuff that's easy, but it was easy to process. Like, the explanation of what I was looking at was easily explained. And then I actually not only, you know, learned about the different pieces of ads, but I figured out how to actually apply them to what I needed for my store. So for me, that was, I don't know, I look at it every day. I check my numbers every day. I change my ads. It doesn't take me like 30 minutes in the mornings. And so I was just like, I was paying, well, I'm glad, but then I got pissed off because sorry, I shouldn't have said that. I got upset because I was like, I paid these people this much money and it didn't take me but 30 minutes a day to just sit down, drink a cup of coffee, look at my ads, you know? And so that was where I was at.
Good. And that's the thing, like the clarity of knowing what it is that you're looking at. Because don't get it twisted, y'all. Like these, and I'm not pooping on ad agencies at all. We used to be an ad agency, but we saw that there was a growing number of people that really just wanted to learn this stuff. And, you know, I don't mind teaching, you know, at all. But anyway, like, you don't want to be blinded by what it is that they're doing. And even if you do decide to hire an ad agency, you want to know what it is that they're doing so that they can't sit here and tell you that they're doing one thing and then going in your ad account and doing something different, you know? So just having the knowledge of, you know, what it is that you're doing and being able to get the same results that they got you or even better for a smaller fee, that's a W.
Absolutely.
You know?
I've already told, I think it was probably, there's been several people message me and I was like, listen, you know, upfront cost, like how long did it take you, you know, to pay that monthly fee? Like, you've got to balance it out. Like, you could either pay for learning you're good to go, or you can keep paying that monthly fee to somebody that is really just telling you what you want to hear at the end of the day.
That's a fact.
I mean, if it's a chess move, like they tell you what you want to hear, and if you're not satisfied in this area, they just move the next chess piece, you know? And so I'm really glad that I actually took the chance on myself versus
yeah. You did a great thing with that. So how have things changed since you've been working with us? What are some of the main things you've taken away from our training? And by the way, I did train Crystal. Great student, great learner. And here's the thing, we don't work with everyone, but you know, when we talked to Crystal initially, we could tell that she was an action taker. And those are the type of people that we work with, are people that are action takers, that are doers, that actually get stuff done, you know, because it's not, Crystal said it was easy, and I'm going to agree. We do make it easy, but we do give you assignments. We give you homework. We give you things to do outside of, you know, our training and stuff like that. So for you, Crystal, how have things changed since you've worked with us, and what are the main things that you've taken away?
Just the knowledge in general, and like you said, I said it was easy, but it's because I actually took it and applied it to something. Now, if I just took the information and it just sat there and I never actually went through with it, then of course, I wouldn't be seeing any results at all. It's just like anything else with your life. If you're trying to eat healthy and diet or exercise, if you don't actually apply it on a daily basis, no, it's not going to work for you. But I was at the point where I was just more committed to saying, okay, this is what I'm going to do, and this is how I'm going to do it, and I'm going to see through it. But yeah, it's been good. Like the website traffic on our site has tripled. Our orders have tripled. It's just been crazy. And like I said, it's literally, I'll sit down. I do all of my ads on Mondays, all of the pictures and like what I want to focus on for the week on my ads on Mondays. It literally takes me maybe 45 minutes. And then I look at them like every morning. And if not every morning, I know at least every other morning for maybe 15 minutes. And it's been crazy to me because it's not just a little bit of education. Like if I reach out to you and I say, hey, like, I don't really remember how to do this, like you are more than willing to like assist me, like, and help me to figure it out. So it's more of like a continued education for sure.
And you know, that's what we take pride in, is, you know, going the extra mile to make sure that you're good. Cause we did a little bit more than what we said we were going to do, but that's because we want you to win, you know?
I was like, they must really care, because I was like, oh, I don't think I'm not ready. I'm not ready to graduate yet. Can you just give me
exactly one? But no, honestly, like we really do care about you and your brand, and we want you to succeed. And one thing that's crazy, I got a quick story, is I think it was like maybe like after the second session, Crystal was already running her own ads and getting sales from her ads too. And the thing is, one of them was so good that it's still running right now.
It is. I just looked at it yesterday. I was like, I was like, I'm not turning that off.
No, because it's getting you sales, and you know, you're getting a great understanding of you know, how to do this and how to really make this happen. So obviously, you know, we commend you for your hard work and everything that you've put in. And we're going to wrap up here soon. I just have a couple more questions. So for those boutique owners and for those aspiring people that are looking to get into e-commerce, what advice would you give them if they're actually struggling and they kind of don't know what to do? What advice would you give them from your perspective?
Well, whenever we started, there wasn't a whole lot of people willing to share information like they are now, which is really nice that people are actually okay with, like, it's not like a secret society or a club that you have to be a member of, you know. But I would just like make sure to know who you are, what your style is, like what you're aiming for, because throughout the whole journey, I feel like people get lost on like copying other boutiques or trying to be like other boutiques. And it's great to have someone to look up to, but your customer is going to shop with you because of who you are, not because of someone that you're mimicking. So I really think that that's a really important thing to grasp first. E-commerce, everyone uses Shopify. I'm not even going to I mean, they just control the network and they're amazing. They have the best platform. They have the best templates for websites. They have the best apps to add on. They're the Amazon of e-commerce, basically, for boutiques and other storefronts. But yeah, I mean, it's really not as hard. I just feel like if you're passionate, do it. I mean, just try it, you know, set aside some money, invest 10 grand and go with it. And if it doesn't work, well, it didn't work, but you know, I think you should try.
Yeah, absolutely. Just do it. Don't sit on the fence about it, because the one thing about being unsure or not really knowing, like, should I do this? Should I not do this? Like, that's the worst place to be, because then you take no action at all.
Then you regret it when you get older. I mean, for me, it's like kids. No, you didn't know all these things that were going to happen after you had this kid, but you're like, I'm just going to do it. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I have this kid and we're just going to, that's what we're going to do. And it's, a business is definitely like either a marriage or having a child, you know, and it's commitment. But if you have that commitment and that drive and hustle, I mean, you can make it successful.
I'm sure there's going to be a lot of boutique owners hitting you up after this interview because you just dropped some gems. Last question is, obviously, where can people find you? Where can people reach out if they wanted to contact you, if they wanted to shop with you? Talk about your brand. Let's plug your stuff real quick.
Well, thank you. Well, we're vault206.com. We're on the internet. You can shop online. All of our social media, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Our girls like to have a good time on TikTok. Usually they post on Sundays. We just started a What Women Want Wednesday live. So we'll be doing that at lunch every Wednesday, showing you all of the new stuff before it hits the site, and you can actually order. Sign up for our text messaging. If you're local, come get a coffee. We added a coffee bar last May, and we are better than Starbucks. I'm just going to say it. The girls say it. I agree. We got baked goods and coffee, and everyone loves shopping and coffee. Come see us.
Great. No, that's a great added touch to your brick and mortar, is adding that coffee in there.
Absolutely. It got my people back in here. They got used to shopping online and we couldn't handle that anymore. We were like, get your feet back in our storefront.
Yeah.
So it was a good way to get people coming back.
Crystal, thank you so much for your time today.
I really appreciate you and your patience and commitment to me as well.
Oh, so. Yeah, no doubt about it. Like, we love you over here and we want to continue to see you grow. So for those of y'all watching, you know where to reach out to Crystal. You know where to reach out to us. We'll see you on the next episode of Ecom Bosses. You all stay blessed, peace and love, and we will talk to you all soon.